NC State back in Raleigh, which tells you everything you need to know, right? The wild ride that they had taken the area, the conference, the country on for a month that captured the eyeballs of America came to a close, came to an end against Purdue. It's also Eclipse Day. For those of you that have walked outside with the special glasses and looked up, you saw part of the sun.
And I hope you were wearing the special glasses.
If you're, but I feel like we all, I don't know, you get caught a little bit taking the glasses off too early or something, and you're just looking at the sun and going, well, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Just wear the glasses, enjoy the eclipse. We'll try to put that all in perspective a little bit later on. But let's talk about this other kind of fleeting awesomeness. State making the run to the Final Four. You can talk about all of the cliches possible, right? Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. All good things have to come to an end. You could talk cliche. You could talk details, right? This is a team that shouldn't have been anywhere near where they were, anywhere near where they achieved based on where they were in the regular season. Here's DJ Horn, one of the main characters for NC State, and his reflections on the run to the Final Four.
It's been fun, every step of the way, every win that we've gotten, it's felt like a championship. To see all the joy and the happiness that it's brought, our university, our city and everything, how many people got behind us, not just from NC State, but the whole country. It just shows, when you come together and, stick together, what you can do as a team. And I'm just, grateful that I was a part of it all.
Here's the thing. I do think a double-digit run, a double-digit seed run in the NCAA tournament, if you don't get it, you're just not going to get it. Right? I understand if you're a North Carolina fan or if you're just a rival and you're going to hate everything NC State does. I get it. Fandom is fandom. But for everybody else, if you don't understand the awesomeness of a Cinderella run through a one-and-done tournament, two of them, ACC and NCAA, you're just not going to get it. It's fun. It's awesome. It's lightning in a barrel, a bottle, whatever it is. It's a wave to ride. Let's open up the phone lines for your reflections. Heister Automotive Group hotline, 919-860-5326. Now that the run is over, are you underwhelmed, overwhelmed? Are you properly whelmed? I don't know what the middle ground is. Here's my stance officially. This is why, the feeling right now that you have is why we were so adamant throughout the entire run to appreciate it while it was happening. You can't explain why the Magic showed up, right? When they're down 12 to Louisville at the beginning of the ACC tournament, there was no indicator that anything like this was going to happen. You can't explain why the Magic showed up when it did, and you can't explain why the Magic bailed. Against Purdue in the Final Four, there wasn't that same spark. They played, I actually think, pretty well. Specifically on defense. They did some nice things. But there was one piece early on in the game that made me go, oh, no. It was the Casey Morsell block. Purdue gets a leak out. They have a fast break. And Casey Morsell, a perimeter player, refuses to give up on the play, flies back on defense, blocks the shot from behind. A play that in every step of NC State's run, right? The ACC tournament all the way through the Elite Eight, every step along the way, it was almost a guarantee. If somebody makes an individual hustle play like that, it was going to end with a DJ Burns bucket at the other end, a Mo Diarra dunk, a DJ Horn three. Like, if you make that effort, they were going to convert it to awesome right away. But against Purdue, it was a fast break layup that Casey Morsell, with all heart and energy, went back and blocked. It turned immediately into a three that was made by Purdue, and it went, uh-oh. That's not how this goes. Right? The way this works is we make an awesome hustle play, and it just builds on each other, and then suddenly we have a run. We made an awesome hustle play. They scored right away more points than they would have if we didn't make the hustle play. Felt like the carriage turning back into a pumpkin a little bit. Mm-hmm. Felt like the magic wasn't there. And by the way, as part of it. We talked with Clark Kellogg on the show on Friday, right? And you see him alongside Charles Barkley and Kenny and Ernie for the entirety of the tournament. And there was part of like even his analysis that was like, well, I like the bigs of Purdue. Well, I like the way the Purdue perimeter's been playing. You know, in this matchup, a lot of things lead Purdue. And I went, yeah, but what about the Magic? And he was like, yeah, you know what? It's March. If State still has that thing, there's nothing that anyone can do about it. And they didn't. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Here's DJ Horn on why it hurts that they got so close.
A lot of emotions going on right now. Obviously, I wish we would have won it. But just to know, we got this close, it definitely hurts. Especially when, there was multiple chances in the game where we would pull it in close, could have gone on a run and just couldn't quite get over the hump. So it definitely hurts.
Here's the funny part. State, the players, the coaches, I assume they aren't going to get what everyone's going to tell them. What I mean by that is everybody is going to tell them, oh, how can you be upset? It was such a good run. Oh, you guys, you really captivated. You gave everyone something to believe in. The reason why they aren't going to understand that is because they don't go on this run that they went on if they didn't expect to win the national championship. Right? It's so easy to look at it and say, yeah, but you have to be happy with a Final Four run, right? I mean, you guys were the 10th seed in the ACC. You have to be happy with making it to the Final Four, right? But if they thought that way, they would have never made it as far as they did. If they had to be happy with like what kind of makes sense, they would have bowed out in the second round of the ACC tournament and went, well, that's kind of what you expect. They knew they were doing something special. They believed they were going to do something even more special. Felt like 83, and it ended. In time, they'll look back and say that season was pretty awesome. But right now, I bet you they are hurt. I bet you it does stink that they got so close. They probably did talk themselves into we can be national champions. Do you know why? Because it was possible. They were the fourth. They were in the Final Four.
Hey, if you get there, you have a chance to do it. Simple as that. Now, that's something to keep in mind, though, is that 4 teams show up, only 1 walks away happy.
I mean, in a bigger sense, what is it? 68 teams show up, only 1 walks away happy.
Yeah, even more.
Only 1 team that makes it to the NCAA tournament gets to end their season with a win. State got 4 wins before finally bowing out, which is way more than most get.